Sony updates their Sony RX100 series with a mega zoom lens. Stay tuned to find out. Hey, what is good, everybody? It's that one camera guy back at again with another video for you. This is a talking head video about a new and very exciting camera from Sony. Now, I do not have an actual camera body with me, so if you're looking for that, please jump to another video. These are just my thoughts and impressions on the specs of what they provided and even some of the video clips about it. So I'm going to go over some of the interesting things that I like and some things that I'm a little concerned about and I wish they might have addressed in this particular camera body. So first and foremost, let's talk about the actual lens. It is a 24 to 200 millimeter focal length reach equivalency from 35 millimeters. You're going to get an aperture from f2.8 all the way to f4.5 at the furthest range. Now, compared to the previous generation on the Sony RX100 Mark V, you had an f1.8 to f2.8. Now, granted, the lens only went from 24 to 70 millimeters, but let's put it into perspective. You used to have a 24 millimeter lens at f1.8, and now your 24 millimeters is at f2.8. You're losing about one and one third stop of light at the widest length of your widest point of your lens. So can that affect your ISO performance? Absolutely, but we'll see what ends up happening with the results. Now, with that trade-off, right? That trade-off in aperture performance, you are going to get a mega zoom, I guess. Well, I wouldn't say mega zoom, but you're going to get a reach all the way up to 200 millimeters, and that is going to be very interesting. And it only goes up to f4.5, not 5.6, not 6.3, f4.5. Now, obviously, these aren't in real comparison to a full-frame lens, but in terms of light gathering capability and exposure, you are getting an effective focal length reach of 200 millimeters with an exposure value of, well, the aperture value of 4.5, which is still remarkable. So that's a very interesting feature on this lens, and I think we're going to see a little bit more about what it's capable of doing. Autofocus speed has improved from 0.05 autofocus speed to 0.03. They're saying that there's 2 times autofocus performance in eye autofocus. Touch focus, you get touch shutter, which are all very normal things we got in the Alpha 6500, A7 III, A9, A7R III, very brand new things we expect to see in this particular generation. 4K HDR. There is no mention of whether or not there's a limit on the 4K recording yet. There might be some literature being posted soon, but if you catch wind of that, please post it in the comments down below. Now, some ergonomic things. Let's cover the ergonomic features. You now get one touch on the EVF. So on the RX100 Mark V, when you want to access the EVF, you have to do 2 actions. You got to pull down this little switch on the side, the EVF pops up, and then you got to pull this little piece back. There's like a piece you got to pull back. Now, with the new RX100 Mark VI, it all happens in one push. And then you just have to push the EVF down. So that's really nice. I like that update. Makes it a little bit faster. Not a big super deal, I guess, but it just makes your life a little bit easier if you want to use the EVF on your particular camera. Now, another really cool thing is we already get the 180 degrees tilt, which is nice for vlogging, but you also get this particular tilt on this to go all the way down 90 degrees, making it easier for you to shoot vertically like this, which I've always found a little bit cumbersome. But now this would go all the way up 90 degrees like so you get a little bit more creative options with your photography and even in your video. Let's see. The autofocus, I guess, is improved quite a bit, similar to the RX10 Mark IV. You're going to get A9-like performance, 24 frames per second. I think some very similar features we had with the previous generation. So nothing super brand new in that regards. What else? I think those are really the main talking points. Price and release date. This is going to be coming out, I believe, as far as pre-orders are concerned, in a couple of days. So June 6th, June 7th, and then the actual release date of the camera when you can get your hands on it is going to be early July. So it's coming out very soon. It's going to be a really nice, fun summer camera, especially with that zoom range. So what I really like, obviously, again, is that zoom range, and I think some really cool benefits is probably shooting portraits, getting enough reach, getting some compression with the 200 millimeters. So you're going to get a little bit more creative opportunities with this particular camera. Now, some things I don't know that were really addressed. I didn't see it in some of the video and obviously the literature hasn't been all fleshed out, I guess, as far as the camera's information, but I think it's still using the same battery that it's already had, which is this little tiny battery. It's your BTR NB BX1 series, the little tiny ones here. Battery life isn't very good on the RX100 Mark series, especially if you're doing a lot of video, especially if you're vlogging. You get kind of concerned about video battery life, so you always want to pack a few extra batteries with you, which isn't a major deal, but it's not the one. It's something you don't really want to worry about. Audio is decent that comes in onto the camera, but it would have been nice to see some maybe an audio input capture. But maybe there's some possibilities, some things I just didn't catch wind of. For example, they are offering a Sony product of a pistol grip. So now there's a pistol grip that you can hold. You can hold this out like so. There's a little cable that attaches into the camera, and you can start and stop the recording on it. I wish they would have came up with some sort of Bluetooth option instead of having to add an additional cable. It's kind of cumbersome. However, it would be cool if that pistol grip had the ability to add a separate microphone for the vloggers that actually want to step up their quality, because this is a really great vlogging camera and tool. That's the reason why I use it for vlogging. I use it for recording B-roll. That is a really great arena for this particular camera. So hopefully there's something there. Maybe there is. Let me know in the comments below if you caught wind of it. Another thing that I didn't get confirmation on yet is whether or not there's a limit on the 4K recording. Now, this camera was limited to 5 minutes of 4K recording for obvious reasons because of overheating. You can actually do the unlimited recording hack on this particular series, so I've done it before, and you might be able to pull off 10 to 12 minutes of recording before an overheat depending on your ambient temperatures. Obviously, for obvious reasons, tight compact body, you're not going to be able to record for a long period of time. 1080p, not too many issues with that. So very, very excited about all these different features. Camera price I mentioned already is $1,200, so it's going to definitely be positioned above the RX100 Mark V. They obviously always keep all their previous generations available. So am I going to pick up this camera? More than likely, I think I am, in terms of what it has to offer. Either that, or I'll do a rental or something, or ask for a loan to check it out. But it is a very exciting camera. All-in-one, 24 to 200. It's going to be a really nice compact camera. Can you just imagine having one of these in your pocket, taking it out, shooting your kids' events, or being able to shoot some action sports? It's going to be a very interesting camera. So very excited. Let me know your thoughts on it. Let me know your thoughts about the price. Let me know your thoughts about the features in the comments below. Are you going to pick one up? Are you interested in this particular camera? That's going to do it for me. Make sure to like, subscribe, and check out my other content. With that said, I'm your host, Alwin Camera Guy, and I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.
I left my heart in California. I let it go deep into the blue. I could be happy in California. I would be fine with just me and you. Now don't go